Okay. Waking up and I need to continuously say thank you, God, because of how life could have been. Not to say that my life right now is not a life that I'm not. I don't want to live the life I'm living because of being a target individual. But this life has given me dignity. I find dignity in this death, in this torment, because, for example, last night or not too long ago, I should say, throughout my dreams, they were forcing me to have sexual dreams that incorporate children or have like I they were trying to implant things with children. Dreams are used to condition target individual. It's so nasty. These bottom feeders do these nasty things where they condition your brain to dream, condition your brain to manipulate you to think about children in a sexual way. You gotta understand this is the nastiest things you can do in life. Like, this is so disturbing. But I'm glad that they live this way because, of course, any man or woman who's living life where their job, their task is to influence a man or woman to think about kids in a sexual way, this is something that comes back in a proper way. Um, and they know that this nastiness gotta come at a price. Right now it's fun. Um, right now they can delude themselves into this fantasy of what they want things to be, but reality is always reality, and you can't escape reality. You can block it out for a time being, but it's gonna come. So imagine if you lived life where your job, your task, your energy was spent to make a man or woman to be influenced to think about kids in sexual ways in your life. Now, I know these people enjoy this and it's disgusting, but I'm glad that they do that. Like I said, I don't want them to live an honorable, dignified life. Anybody who participates in this program, I wish that all of them dedicate their life doing this nastiness. For those who do, I appreciate them for making me look and make me feel so dignified. You know, with me, the most disturbing part is that psyop. That it takes a lot to just maintain coolness, because when you see who's trying to make themselves appear a certain way and think that their appearance should make me not see the things as what it is, as these individuals are literally working day in and day out to con- condition my brain to think about children in sexual ways, because the way they present themselves, they look at this, they look there, this female who are very progressive looking, some of them Caucasian, a lot of them actually, but it doesn't matter. Um, and they're when they do it, it's somehow fierce, and it's this radical thing they're doing, and it's just like this femme fatale. It's so clowny, it's so trash. Because first of all, I know they do that to women. There's a lot of women. The reason why I can even describe things as such is because I'm being validated by women saying the same thing, saying that they're being manipulated in ways that is disgusting, in pedophilia ways, right? Saying that they are conditioning my dream. My dreams are pedophilia centric. I smell baby powder and then I get the pedophilia type of torture. So I'm purely validated that they do these horrible things to children and women. Sorry, to women when it comes to the manipulations. But somehow, when this bottom feeder is doing it, because her gender, because the way she presents herself, somehow I should look at it as this fierce, strong femme fatale act. They are delusional shits. Matter of fact, it's more disturbing when it comes from them. Because of the simple fact that they're using this projecting facade to try to minimize the reality of what that means. And by the way, women have clearly said there's a lot of females involved in this. Matter of fact, in some cases, they think that this is a cult where there's women running this cult. When the truth is, they're just contracted by those governmental entities that actually happen to be very pedophilia centric. It's funny. Earlier, they tried to make me think. The DoD has an issue with pedophilia, right? They were ranked in 2018 as 19th out of 2,900 in regards to traffic and child porn. You know, understand that's a crazy ranking. And as this ranking mentions and says, this ranking has been consistent. That was the ranking that I heard in 2018. Tried to find some more information. I'm not seeing anything about today's ranking, but in 2018 they were ranked 19th out of 2,900. Right, so they work for entities that definitely has a real issue with pedophilia. Their job within this program, part of these ways of utilizing this technology, and see how they can manipulate and destroy. Not even destroy. Destruction would be easy, you know. uh, I mean, they can easily destroy everybody's life here. I mean, we are civilians, and these are governmental entities that are performing weapon developments and using test subjects like human subject, to do these things to us. So it's not this just destruction for fun. I mean, it'll be easy. Destruction will take 2 seconds. You know, we're talking about governmental entities. We're talking about DoD, the Department of Defense, right? This facade of whatever nastiness they try to present themselves are just the bottom feeders. So when I see them as the ways of people trying to cover up the reality of what this is about. I see them as just nastiness that they work for the governmental entities. They couldn't do nothing to me. Nothing. So I see them as just you're trash just to try to cover up the reality of why this is going on. You're a nasty lowlife, a bottom feeder working for pedophiles. And these entities that they work for are ranked top tier in regards of traffic and child porn. And these trash who are trying to present them as this fierce femme fatale working in a program that torture a lot of women and children. And the same tactics are utilized on women are wanting me to look at them as because they're female, because of their gender, because of the way they look, the way they appear. I should look at them as fierce individuals when they pure trash and cowards, biggest cowards you can imagine. And it takes a lot of me to not say or even sometimes act a certain way. Because this is the most disgusting shit you can imagine. Because they do that to even babies. And so day in and day out, they condition your brain. For example, last night, dreams, playing my libido, making me think. And this now they do these things where it's not even like before, where they completely have sexual dreams. Not like real sexual dream. It's just like they play my libido, so I get stimulations, but there's no sexual acts in the dream. But make me think of children at the same time. To train my brain to think about kids in these ways. And they condition the brain literally that way. So today it's been every time I look at children, they're gonna force me to get stimulation. It's everyday conditioning to force me to have reactions toward children that's sexual. This is the life that this low life live. They are nasty bottom feeders. Trash. But like I said, I see them as the bottom feeders that they are. But the most disgusting is when they try to make you forget the reality of what's happening. I am a target individual. I'm a test subject that my old employer put me in this program, right? This employer, which they try to make that employee look now like no, they're investigating this, so this and that. These people sells industrial supplies. They sells industrial supplies, and these bottom figures can't even say the name of somebody my old employer donated money to. This man, when I say Roy Moore, they find ways to say this name in ways that is so timid. Can't say Roy Moore. This man was allegedly picking up kids as young as 14 years old. These somethings that call me nothing are unable to say his name without covering it, showing the true reality of what these bottom fears are. What happened to this progressive, radical, femme fatale, fierce individual that you are? You piece of shit. You're just a coward, a trash. And by the way, this entity, this not entity, this employment, this employer, sorry, donated so much money to the most conservative things, policies you can imagine. Even notice, like, we're recognized for donating a high amount of money to the Roe versus Wade, which made abortion illegal in Texas, a whole state, one of the largest states in America. You cannot get an abortion, right? I'm not here to say I'm not here for politic purposes. My point is this trash here presenting themselves as this progressive, femme fatale, radical. Can't even say the name of this pedophile, and are working on me because one of this most the biggest donor of the Conservative Party, which is the reason why you can have an abortion in Texas, put me in this program, and now you want me to believe that you are running this program, that you are here, this fierce individual, you are a coward, you are a lowlife, you are a weak bottom feeder. And they're like, no, we know we're gonna watch you being tortured, and it's like, yes, you're gonna watch me being tortured because they put me in this program, because you can't say Roy Moore. You're gonna be watching me being tortured because you're involved in the program that even tortured children. You're gonna watch me being tortured because you're in a program that torture women in disgusting ways. You're gonna watch me being tortured because you work for governmental entities like the Department of Defense, where they are ranked for their high level of trafficking child porn in a high position. That's why you're gonna watch me being tortured. You could be watching me torture because you are involved in this program that even manipulate men and women to think about children in disgusting ways. This is why you're gonna watch me torture. You're gonna watch me torture because you torture. Sorry, because this program that you're in is destroying and even raping women in ways that's so disturbing. You heard the testimonials of this woman being tortured. You heard the sexual torture, the sexual tortures that they imply to the electrocuting of genitals, the suffocation, not even the suffocation, the discharges, the rectum attack, all of this nastiness you've heard coming from these bottom figures. And these people want me to look at them they're as if they are protecting women, they are avenging women in a program that has done so much horrible things. I have a list on my fridge. I can pick a number every day, and that number is going to equate to a name of a woman they've been torturing. These are the trash wanting me to let them live their fantasy as they work day in and day out, and loving this empowerment that they have of able to destroy my life, which is not because they've chosen. It's not because they're destroying my life. It's because they're working in a program where I was putting, and this program is destroying my life, and they're participating in this program. That's it. This trash can do nothing to me. They only can do something to me via this program. That is even destroying women. And so you hear this bottom feels weak as they get via V2K, voice to skull. Via synthetic telepathy, manipulating my brain, but voice to skull, then try to sound in this fierce femme fatale. These losers have found empowerment in these disgusting things, which I understand. I understand why they love this. In any other circumstances, you'll see these low bottom feeders for nobodies that they are. They don't know what's going to happen to their life. They have no idea. They have no control whatever's going to happen to their life. But in my life, because I'm a test subject, and so my life is going to be orchestrated and destroyed for the purpose of the improvement of this technology, which they're using me as a test subject, like they use the other women, or they use women and children and men. I'd rather be, it's funny, they try to demasculate me, right? As if that's going to change me. I never felt more like a man in my life than now. I never. Matter of fact, it's not even about being a man or a woman. It's about like the dignity I feel. It's just, it doesn't even make, like it's not even a gender. It's a dignity that is surpassing anything. It's like I've never been this macho man, but I feel this an honor to understand that you could have been me. I'm talking about me. I could have been doing what they do. They don't pick. This is I'm not. This is not like a selective group of people to partake in this program, right? It seems like anybody can be involved. Even children are involved. So it's not like, oh my gosh, I would have not made it. It's like it's so easy to do what they do. It's the technology is that sophisticated that anybody can partake. Anybody. You just have to now respect yourself. Actually, that might be the hardest part. Minimize your self-respect. That's it. The rest, because what you're going to be involved in means that you're going to be very pedophile centric. You're going to make this man or this woman think about kids in sexual way day in and day out, which makes you the pedophile. You're going to live life in ways that are so disrespectful to yourself. Even if you're in comfort, whatever, you're going to disrespect yourself. to be this God. And some of these trash don't have that. They don't have no self-respect. Imagine a grown man or grown woman whispering to some mystic for, "You're gonna die. It's gonna stretch you. It's gonna do this and that." Little clown, coward, low life that even scared to see you in person. And they talk about how I'm going to be tortured. I rather be tortured day in and day out than live life when I'm awaiting the torture of somebody as if it's going to change my nasty, retarded, trashy life. Well, I can have the choice to do whatever I want in life. And my life right now consists of manipulating the brain to think about kids in these disgusting ways, try to counter the reality of the fact that there's a bunch of target individuals saying the same thing, that they do the pedophilia type of torture. The fact that this program is causing death to even children, and children are being tortured. Some of these people doing that to me have experience, expertise doing that to not only women, but children. But they want me to let them live their fantasy. I'd rather die in every hell than live in this fucking disgusting paradise they live in. They are nasty. I know it's going, and I know I'm asking God, give me strength, because I know that they want to compensate for the reality of what they're in. That's the reality they're in. Imagine you are being seen truly for the loser, the low life, the bottom feeder, the pedophile, the trash that you are, but you wanted to present all along this mystique, this feminism, this radicalness, this fierceness that is truly just a cover up for something super grotesque. You heard that they can't even say the name of a pedophile called Roy Moore. That's just the beginning. Can you imagine? I've said that to their face. They are terrified. They start shaking. They start turning red. They want to. They have to find ways to say Roy Moore. For example, I say Roy Moore now. You know how to try to still sound fierce. This individual says Roy Moore at the same time, so I cannot hear that person say Roy Moore. Do you understand how pathetic life is? That is why I say you can have no self-respect. And I'm recognizing why this person is saying it this way. Because she cannot say it in a way that I can clearly hear. Because she understands there's restrictions. Because at the end of the day, these people are just the bottom feeders. But with me, because I'm a test subject, because this this conservative organization, extremely conservative to the point that they can't even get an abortion thanks to the support of this organization giving their portion, which is a noticeable portion. And they're going to continue to make sure things go that way. I'm here and they're gods to me in their retarded mind when they just the trash and bottom feeders. And they want me to let them live their fantasy. They're delusional shit. And then be validated by the testimonials, the historicals of knowing that the DoD have been working on an electromagnetic radiation since the 60s to see what happens to the brain, how they can alter the brain, how they can control the brain with this microwave since the 60s. And today, there's been testimonials of men and women all around the world saying that we are being manipulated to have this nasty reaction. I'm being forced to have this pedophilia type of reaction. I smell baby powder, and they give me this pedophilia type of torture. The term pedophilia type of torture was mentioned. Can you imagine saying pedophilia type of torture and you're like, and this trash are supposed to counter that's like, no, that's you. We mapped it. There's a woman who's saying that all she does, all they do, is to smell baby powder. And just the smell of that gives her some kind of pedophilia type of torture. And they want me to be like, no, we are not doing that to you. We're mapping all throughout tonight. Last night, they were making me have dreams where they were training my brain to think about kids in sexual ways. They were literally conditioning my brain via those dreams they can modulate, via manipulation of my body, sexual manipulation of my body, to think about kids in a sexual way. This is so nasty. Yesterday, I was watching this like YouTube thing, and there was people at the beach talking and whatever, and you see a mother holding like a kids like who's 9 years old or something like that at the beach. She has a bathing suit. They start trying to make me look at this 9-year-old kid in a sexual way. It's crazy. It's so nasty. And to try to make me accept that, they're like, oh, they're gonna after we frame you, and guess how they say they're framing me. They're saying they're playing child porn. After they implant the child porn, you're gonna be framed. Oh, there's two frames they keep bringing up. They're gonna say that I did something to some child, some some 13-year-old. I don't know. They say some different ages every. Like I don't know. One day's like I'm 16 years old. I'm 13 years old. I'm whatever age. They're gonna say that I did something to her, and then they it's so nasty. They're making me think of this little kid's bathing suit. They start. It's so disgusting. That's the things that's happening in my brain while I'm saying how they're playing on framing me. They're making me think of this little 9-year-old, this kid in bathing suit, and the way they make me perceive her in a sexual way. You should. I'm gonna make a video about this kid. It's so nasty. It's so nasty. And throughout, and the thing is, the way they tell me they're gonna frame me, inclusive of like saying that they're gonna say that I did something to some kid here, and that's how I'm gonna be framed. Then they're gonna watch me being raped, and they're gonna film my rapes. And I was like, listen, all of this theatrics, it's for them to try to cope with reality, because I've been seeing them for what they are. And they're like, oh no, but we picked the knife that's gonna be used to stab you, to shank you. I was like, dude, pick your knife, my knife. You know, they're trying to make it look like this is not a governmental entity running this program. So they think, you know what? Yes, the Department of Defense is, but the knife is what we picked that knife. We picked. See how special we are. We picked the knife. Wow. I'm talking about the Department of Defense Technology. We talk about electromagnetic radiations. We're talking about directed energy weaponry. We're talking about technology that can do things to your organs remotely. And they're saying, you know what? But we're gonna pick the knife that's gonna be used to stab you. I was like, pick that knife. You think I'm gonna think it's you because you picked the knife? You think I'm gonna think that this is some radical femme fatale group of individual because you picked a knife? You think they couldn't pick a knife without you? You understand? You think that's what's gonna make me think, oh, you know what? They picked the knife. So this is not a governmental entity running this program. You couldn't pick a knife if you were not involved in this program. You couldn't do nothing to me. If you weren't involved in a program that tortured children and women, I'd rather die in hell. Because this paradise, man, it comes at a price. So there's no coming back. With me, this horrible thing is I'm going to die with dignity and death and level of dignity. They tell me how they're going to steal my money and my accounts, all these things, which trash is trash. You got to understand, they truly have signed up. This is what I'm thankful to God, is that you sign up to be, hey, do I believe in karma? Do I believe in the universe? Do I believe that once you involve yourself, like when you do the foul things in the world, do I believe that this is going to come back to me? They sign up to see if that's true or not. So maybe they can talk about it. But we know things like that comes back with time. So they can, maybe write it in a memoir or something that about if that's karma. The universe really, do we get back what we do? Because the things they do are so disgusting. And for me, I can never say it's karma, because I'm in a program where there is even babies being tortured. I'm in a program where there's a lot of defenseless women being tortured. There's children. The most defenseless people are being used as test subjects. So if anything, I'll be like, so why not me? Why am I special that if these children are in a program and their life is being destroyed, why not me? It's not fair that only these defenseless women will be tortured, these babies be tortured. Why not me? That's why I can be like, no, if it was karma, I would not be put in a program where even babies are being tortured. Even women are being tortured. Even the most vulnerable people, whole family. Is it karma these babies are being tortured? No. That's why I'm like, this is, thank you, God. I don't want to be in a program where they torture me. I'm not perfect. But I can never be like, oh, it's karma for the. First of all, these people are doing it, making me experience the most disgusting things. And they want me to be acceptive of this manipulation. But the reason why, even with my real imperfection, real with the things I've actually did, right? I'm not talking about this nastiness of the ways they make me think of children and the way they condition my brain in this disgusting thing. And when they talk about me as a kid, I'm like, oh my gosh, you retarded. This is not something even in my brain. I'll be like, oh, that's no. No, I'm thinking as an adult what I've done, what I really did, not these manipulations. The real